sir.
Bonjour, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Musique.
I'm JR.
I'm Ty. And this week we got a special treat for you. But first, this episode is sponsored to you by West Coast Guitars at 2741 East Hastings Street. Oh, we love these guys. If you want to get your shred on, if you want some of those thick necks, bro.
They got some thick necks up in there.
You need some strings, you need some gig bags.
You want some thick gauges?
Some thick gauge, bro. You need to get down to West Coast Guitars. We absolutely love these guys. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. Please go check them out. 2741 East Hastings Street in Vancouver, British Columbia. Jay, what are we doing this week, man?
Today's a special one. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm so happy. Today,
Yeah.
Beastie Boys.
Oh, yes.
Like we're talking some License to Ill. We're talking some Hello Nasty.
We're talking some amazing videos.
The most
lyrical,
entertaining videos. Yeah.
Unreal.
And three of this the whitest kids you know from Brooklyn, and yeah, that's just it. It started as a punk rock band kind of thing in the late 70s, so I can't believe it's been that long. But yeah,
It
Beastie
is
Boys.
Wild when you see how long they've been like
Beastie Boys
together. And
were
friends
literally the forefront of rap too. Like it's wild. Yeah, friends from the 70s. Yeah. So it's nice to see.
They're the tops. They had such a big meaningful part in my life for skateboarding. I feel like they had a huge influence with me with skateboarding and all that stuff. And just musically too, it was cool to see these three white boys.
That was a big thing.
Rapping, but with these
at
like
a time when rap was in a formation form of like, it was being formed by blacks in a community and made of a certain like type, and then all of a sudden just three white kids get accepted and have ill lyrics, and to actually rhyme along with others at the time who are now considered forefathers of hip hop.
Yeah, and I mean, because they're real as fuck, and that's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
Him. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's not just like, oh, some producer guy grabbed three white boys off the street that were like friends with it. It's like, no,
It wasn't a
these are
Vanilla
dudes.
Ice thing.
They're from Brooklyn.
Right. They're legit, and they really like music. They were musicians too. Like they even played their own instruments on most of their stuff, and
So
even
sick.
a lot of their hip hop stuff and a lot of their songs, you obviously hear that punk rock behind it all, too.
Big
and
time.
the live instruments, man.
Big time.
Yeah, and I still think they'd be doing awesome things today if it wasn't for an unfortunately like sad ending to just one member passing and then them continue like deciding that's it. But they left quite a stamp on the world throughout the 80s, 90s, and even 2000s.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure, man.
decades, for sure, man.
So what was your first when you remember like first hearing them?
Girls.
Yeah.
All I really want is girls. Yeah, dude. Like that
that's
song.
a whimsical beast when you're little, dude.
All I really want. Yeah, it was just, what is this? It was so different, and like all those songs at around that time, like they were doing some funky stuff too, and
Super, dude.
yeah. But that was my first memory is just girls and just that line, and hearing that at so many parties or at friends' places at school on Much Music, like.
How many jams did they have like that? Though? They were like, they were so fun, like Brass Monkeys like that.
Brass Monkey.
I remember
The
doing a
funky-
fucking edit to that
Yeah.
in like grade 9.
Like, yeah.
Doing some fucking 6-stair pop shoves, bro. Let's go.
How crazy, right? Like, yeah, even the music, like, dun, 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 dun. Like it's like,
Yeah, there's just some like funny,
it
some
was
goofy
funny
shit.
and goofy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the word,
super
man.
goofy shit,
Goofy, but still,
but not corny.
But not corny.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Because that's what when you say goofy, you're like, okay, well, then they weren't serious. No, Beastie Boys were to be taken seriously still.
Yeah, dude.
Like they really did have an impact on hip hop and punk rock and a lot of other aspects, like you said, even skateboarding. But they were no joke, even though they had some goofy beats in. But they were having fun.
So
You can
much
see
fun,
that, right?
Well, and I think their videos reflected the fun
Yes.
of this. I
So
think this
much.
is maybe where I tie in the skateboarding thing. Is like there is a classic hip hop shot that everyone knows, and it's like a fisheye camera, like lens,
Yeah.
just going back with the three or whoever's in it, just like.
Yeah.
Pointing
Oh,
at
yes.
the camera,
Oh,
and it's
man.
like that is every Beastie Boys video ever, and it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So
But
good.
that fisheye is like that's exactly what's used in skate videos, like
There
for
you
filming
go,
lines and
okay.
stuff. So it was like,
Okay, I see.
I think they immediately identified like, oh, these guys are dope. they got fisheye lenses.
They got fisheye too.
They got
Okay.
fisheye lenses.
Yeah, I was
bro.
trying to wonder. I was like, what is that connection? 100%. But yeah,
I
that's
feel
good
like
to
there was
know.
like skating
That's
in their
great
videos
info.
sometimes, maybe
For
or
sure.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Sabotage to me is such a skateboarder track anyway. Like when I hear Sabotage,
Yeah.
I think of like just dudes in stashes going down on skate. I don't know. It's a weird image.
Sabotage
in my head. I
is
don't know
the
why it's in
police
my head.
video, right? Where
That's
they're like
right,
kind of
yeah.
the undercover
Yeah.
dudes with all the stats. Yeah,
Yes.
dude. Oh man, Sabotage.
Somehow
is good.
that means skateboarding to me too. For some reason, in my head, I put it that way. But
Oh man.
but it's just such a chunky beat.
Yeah.
Too. Like
I feel like maybe they were used in like Birdhouse's The End, which is like an epic video. I feel or something like that.
right.
I don't know if it was in any of the Tony Hawk games.
I'm not sure either, to tell you the truth. Yeah,
It feels like it, but I don't. I can't.
I know. I wanted to jump to that, but I
Yeah.
don't. I don't know 100%. But
Yeah.
I would bet a little bit of money on it.
Yeah.
Let us know, please. We did not do the research for this for that question.
A little bit of money.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many. I mean, throughout that whole series, I couldn't name you every song on there. Like, it's
No.
impossible.
it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Sabotage is so good. What's the fucking video? I can't remember the jam, but it's like it starts pretty heavy with bass, and the video for it is like kind of an homage to Pink Floyd's Live at Pompeii.
Oh,
And it's like exactly the same, but
oh
it's
man.
like I can't. It's like that's the kind of shit that they did. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no one fucking knows what the hell this is,
right,
dude.
right.
Like
That's
back
got so
then,
many layers to it
dude.
at that time.
Oh man,
At that time, yeah.
yeah.
If you got all of that reference, then you were in with them. Like,
100%,
and you understood them more, and you felt special.
Yeah.
knowing that.
And it was dope to see, like, because at the time, you're right, all these artists and stuff, these hip hop artists, it was like everything was very serious.
Everything was serious.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right.
It's like,
Like,
don't fuck around.
you had to
Everything
be
is like,
taken. If to be taken serious, you had to be serious. You had an image to uphold at all times.
yeah, and there was
Like, and that
never
must have
any
been
like
tough.
playing around or like goofiness.
No fucking around, dude.
And then these dudes come
No
out
one
with these
saw NWA fucking in the bouncy castle or something in a
putting on-
fisheye.
putting on fake mustaches with
right,
a fisheye.
right. Pretending exactly. Nothing against I love NWA, but that's the point. Like they were again that fresh air amongst all this seriousness.
For sure.
But they were still taken serious. Like they managed to walk that line perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember too much hate to begin with on them
No,
from the hip
I
hop
don't.
community. Like it was just like,
I don't either. I remember Public
Sure there
Enemy
was-
had a bit of an issue. Chuck D used to make fun of them, like, why are we fighting for? Like, they had a song, I believe, and it was talking about why fight for the right to party. We should be partying for the right to fight. And that's what Chuck D's like. What, these fucking white boys out here telling us to fighting for a right to party? No, we got real things to fight for.
right, yeah.
So I do remember Chuck D, but that was it. Like, other than that, yeah, that's all. Chuck D was pretty, like, again, Public Enemy, that's a serious group talking about serious things.
Yeah.
There's room for both people. That's the point. But, you know, at the time.
Listen, Chuck D.
Right. But at that time, you know, Chuck,
Of course.
everybody was going through
What
things.
the
They
fuck
were
are
in
you
the
gonna
midst
say to
of
Chuck
pure
D,
racism,
dude?
too,
What are you
going
go-
on in America. Yeah, exactly.
Chuck D says something, you're like, oh, okay.
Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, we really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
For Chuck D, you heard girls or brass monkey,
Dude,
bro?
What about?
Yeah.
But they were really to the main point for me, like when I go, oh, these guys are serious, was when I noticed they were signed to Def Jam, and at that time, Def Jam, Rick Rubin, and all of them, that was like you were legit.
Yeah,
you were
dude.
signed to Def Jam.
That's
right?
about as legit as it gets.
That's right.
Yeah.
So even though like they were taken serious as well, yeah, definitely that's a huge point for that.
Big time, man. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know, I guess their last album, a little notes here, a few notes while we were fanboying out, but MCA, that's who passed away from cancer in 2012. Also, started in 1978. The punk band was called Young Aborigines. I think that's how it's
I
pronounced.
think I do remember this.
20 million sold in the U.S., man.
Dang.
7 platinum selling albums. Like
Dang.
20 million in the U.S. alone, yeah. So
That's unbelievable, man.
big
yeah.
stuff.
Huge shit.
Even
And
those later albums, like they had a career spanning. I never noticed an album where it was like, oh, that's not hot, or that was weak.
There's always a couple
like,
tracks
there
for
was
each album.
always for me. Too,
Yeah,
man.
for sure. I think
Even
they
their
kind of
later albums.
they're one of these bands that like there aren't a ton of bands that I'm like into that have like been there my entire life, like
Right.
front. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Daft Punk is one of them.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys are kind of another, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, where
Yeah.
it's like from
Like I was
the
saying,
get-go,
3
I can
decades,
remember- yeah,
they
I can
had
remember-
major albums.
Yeah,
like, They
exactly.
were signed and they were releasing legit music. Yeah, yeah.
And
when you
the,
think about it,
the artwork and everything that went into it was like you could tell that these dudes like they're artists, like you know what I mean?
Exactly. They were more than just rappers.
The like sardine can that's License to Ill.
No, Hello
No,
Nancy.
yeah.
Exactly. Like all those things
All that
meant
shit,
like they were they were more than just lyricists in that. Like these guys had some more to them. Like you said, the deep dives of like, you know, the Pink Floyd stuff, all that stuff. Yeah, there was more to the surface. Like, and people saw that. They saw substance, you know, and it was just dope busting Beastie Boys hearing them. Some tracks like Sabotage, like that's a pure punk track. Like
100%.
Like even the lyrics and the way he's delivering them. I can't stand.
Yeah.
Like it
opens with a
yeah, like it's so. And then on that same album, there's pure hip hop, you know, and it's like what a contrast, but still accepted amongst the hip hop creators.
How distinguishable are each one of their voices, though?
Yeah,
it's like you hear that shit anywhere, and you're like,
yeah,
like what? That's Beastie Boys.
100%.
And just the sound into even though they like, I mean, they cross so many genres and the amount of like remixes and all kinds of shit. But it always still feels like a Beastie Boys song. Like,
Yeah,
no matter what spin is on it or whatever, like
no matter what.
you know what fucking time it is.
Yeah, they
know what time it is.
Keep their essence out of each track. Like no matter what,
yeah.
you always felt that. No matter what style, no matter what beat, no matter the flow, it was Beastie. And
funny ass dudes too.
Yeah,
like
man.
any interviews on Letterman, on like any shit. I remember when they were on Letterman all the time, and like. Fuck, man, they would just kill it, like both on the stage and then like they'd go sit down and be like, just murder it with fucking Letterman. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. They released a biopic or something cool. It came out on Apple TV in the last couple of years. Check it out. It's Beastie Boys something, I think it's called, but it's two of them and they're going through slideshows and video of their life with an audience in the crowd, and it's so cool.
Oh, that's dope.
It's really cool. Check it out if you have access to Apple TV or however
the book didn't come out that long ago too. They made like a really cool book, and it's got a ton of photos in it.
There's some great, yeah, that's right. There's some great homages to them, and they're still getting paid respect as influencers, because artists today, you're gonna see that in them now. Like even Eminem released that album. And it was like their album cover, the same kind of thing, and you see it in all kinds of things now. The same way they did it with Pink Floyd videos and things like that. People are doing
people are doing it now. Yeah,
I'm starting to notice. So
yeah,
it's a cool
nobody now that's gonna hate like who, you know what I mean? These dudes.
It's gonna be hard to find someone. Yeah, that would talk some. Yeah. Want to go through our tracks?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll kick it off.
Do it.
Okay. And mine are gonna be I mean, you're basically your regular ass shit, but they're just fire. They're fire tracks. And I'm gonna say a big influence on these is the videos. For me, videos were like, I don't know, it was such a huge. I love imagery and all that stuff. And every video of one of these is like the best shit. Starting with Sabotage.
Yeah,
my God. Just this rad undercover cop walkie-talkie fucking San Francisco car chase. It's the old Trans Am and shit.
Old Trans Am and small police.
Yeah. Dude, it's just the fucking best. And you're right. And I think because it was such a punk rock kind of feel, I was like, oh, I can fuck with this. Like
he's banging on that bass guitar. Like that's just straight up fucking it's pretty wicked.
The sound of the snare on that track too.
It's also live and dirty.
Yeah.
Like there's such moments.
It's really good.
I definitely agree with you on that one, buddy.
Okay, and then Brass Monkey, because I believe I made an edit to it of like probably like a Friends montage in a skate video I made in grade 9. So for that song, we'll
dig that up.
It's probably on YouTube.
I want to see it.
I'm pretty sure we put it on YouTube. It's called Res Dogs.
Put a link to it somewhere.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
tell that editing guy.
Link down below, bro. Super good. Intergalactic.
Man, that video, like you're saying, go ahead, yeah.
Robots are the shit. You know this by now by me. I fucking love robots that make people dance, but they've got that 3M shit on. And right, I bought these shoes for a reason, bro. It reminded me of the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. You know how long it took me to figure out what that robot, like the voice was saying, like intergalactic?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know it was saying anything for the longest time. I was just like,
I remember hearing a really good disco remix of that track.
Oh, okay.
And it's like they just put in like different disco tracks and like Oh man, there's
That track is universal though.
Of course,
I can see
yeah.
that as disco too.
Oh, I mean,
As
it kind
wild
of
as
is.
it
It's
is.
got like it's full on the floor. It's
Yep.
fucking. It's party time. It's like it's down, dude.
I see the
It's-
Bee Gees covering that
for sure.
Great tune. Oh, instant galactic. Oh, yes, man.
Is that Barry Gibb a little too good? Was that Barry Gibb?
I think we're gonna have to make that cover as the Bee Gees. We'll do it.
Oh Jesus. Okay, that was No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Oh yes.
Oh, again, another fucking punk
yes.
rock
Yeah.
vibe. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like pounding, just sleep anthem. Like, oh yeah. Great
Super
track.
anthem-y.
Super anthem.
They had a ton of like anthem-y shit. Okay, that's 4, and then I saved this one for last because this music video is the best music video for being like just
Oh my God, I'm
silly
so curious.
geese,
I'm so curious.
body moving.
Oh,
Dude,
yes.
it's like okay, just one the track is
I'm trying to remember the video. What's the
the
video?
video is like a 1960s James Bond spy.
Oh,
like,
yes,
and
and
there's
they're
like,
walking across like the building,
and they're
oh,
like,
yes, yes.
so yeah, there's all when
Yeah.
they like film the side of something and it looks like it crawling up, like it's that kind of
Yes.
shit with like some hilarious green screen,
I
like
need to rewatch
water scenes, body moving. There's a
and the track is banging. What a
hilarious
banger.
sword fight where it's like he like goes underneath his feet and you can tell they're like trying to time it. It's the shit, dude, and it's like it's
That's
one of those
so
things where like
great.
the budget for that it can be cheap because it's like there's
Yeah.
tons of costumes and
Yeah.
like the production value is pretty good for that time, but it's just so silly looking still, and
You
it's
can tell
so
they're having
bad.
so much fun.
That's just what's
I
up.
remember that about
You
the
can just
video.
remember, like, yeah, they're like, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't even know, like, I don't even know what Body Movement came out on, but
Body Moving, I think, is also Hello Nasty.
Yeah.
But what a great fucking track.
oh
man.
my
Like,
god,
the track itself, the video, amazing.
yeah, but
like,
the
yeah.
track is fire. Yeah,
the
like,
track
make no
is
mistake.
What a great mix.
Body moving, body moving. yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those videos do stand out. I gotta go back and rewatch that one though. I remember that as soon as you said that, I could see them pulling rope like up the side of a building.
The second we're done filming this,
Wicked, awesome, man. All right, let's get into what do I got?
let's hear it.
So I'm not gonna. Sabotage is my number one right there.
Yeah,
We've already talked about that. That's on Ill Communication '98. I'll give some years here
yeah,
to help out. Second one. So what you want from Check Your Head?
Oh
like,
man.
so what you want? What
And
you
all
want?
the beats
the
are like
video?
just live drum style.
That's
like,
it.
Yeah.
That snare and hi hat. That's all like with the hi
He's
hat.
even hitting the
open a
snare
bit.
kind of like not the great like with the
It's-
rim on it too.
Sure,
and
he's
it's, like,
probably hitting it in the wrong spot and
It's
probably
great.
ghost noting it
It's
a bit.
so sick.
But yeah, amazing, man. Like, and that just that flow. What you want? Like,
yeah.
And then you
Let's
just see
talk
it in the
about that.
video again. Fisheye. It's
The
a
callbacks,
Yeah.
on everything, like the fact that everyone joins in on every last word of every second
What you
sentence.
want?
Is,
Yeah. They knew what they're doing, and
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Def Jam and Rick Rubin definitely helped them with that.
Big time.
The crazy thing. Okay, there's oh yeah. So this next one, sorry, there's a little fact about this one too. But this next one, Make Some Noise. This is from their final studio album, Hot Sauce Committee. Hot Sauce Committee. But this
Big.
was Hot Sauce Committee Part 2. And the weird fact about this, this was their last album, but they meant to release Part 1 and Part 2 or something together. But then this is when MCA got really sick.
Okay.
Around this time, so they delayed it. And in reality, there's no Part 1. They never released a Part 1, so there is really only an album called the Hot Sauce Committee Part 2.
All right.
And yeah, just that song, Make Some Noise. Check it out. It's not a song that gets a lot of play, but I'm telling you, it's one of those again.
But them deep cuts,
Undeniable.
we're doing it.
Though.
Do it.
Undeniable. So let's see. 4. To check it out. Like check it out. Like that song from To the Five Boroughs, 2004. See, even these later albums,
Dude, they were good, man.
They were good, man, and there's some gems in there. I had 2 last songs, but I'm gonna pick one. One we've talked about a lot is Girls, so that one we already know about. But one I want to talk about, Too Many Rappers, featuring Nas,
Oh, yeah,
and that was on their last
dude.
album too, Hot Sauce Committee Part 2. But
how did I forget
with
about
Nas,
that?
like
with
that-
Nas, I mean, yeah.
like you have Illmatic and License to Ill together on a track. Like it's just a beautiful,
Pretty
what a
much.
beautiful thing.
It is.
And the track is as good as you can imagine.
It really is.
It's just all of these guys, and you feel Brooklyn in the track. Like you feel.
Sometimes with these collabs and shit like that, I
done
always
for a
appreciate, but it's like, yeah, but it's sometimes you're like, okay, it's not as, as great as
you can tell. Maybe
but that shit
not
lives
real.
up to it, dude. That track's fire. That track's so fire.
Exactly, and you can tell there's connections actually between the artists. It's at a time in 2011, at the end of Beastie's career here, where like they had been through everything, and Nas and Beastie Boys crossed paths so many times throughout the 90s and 80s, coming from the same area in the same genre of music. So at this time in their careers, this is Nas and them just being their best and saluting each other as in like, yo, I'm on a Beastie. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right.
Yeah, and
it really comes across. Check those tracks out. Those are fantastic. Later albums in the 90s. There's so many good albums that once you dive back into them, there's no stopping because there's so many wicked cuts.
Yeah, man. The deepest.
Yeah.
All right, my dude.
Yeah. Beastie Boys.
So sick.
Yeah.
So sick. Go and listen to all of the Beastie Boys. Great summer jams.
You
get
know
your
what?
summer
Yeah,
jam
absolutely, yeah.
All right, my friends, that wraps it up for another episode of Let's Talk Musique. A big thank you to our sponsor, West Coast Guitars, 2741 East Hastings Street, Vancouver, British Columbia.
And make sure like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, please. That's also important.
Yeah, very important. Comment. Let us know if there's a group or something. Even like, let us know in the comments if you want us to.
Yeah, big time.
Cover them in the future.
Rock. All right. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.